if he doesn't put away the camera. Hey, how do you get them all?
That's funny. I saw the fellow over there. The fellow said, "I want to play the next court." Look at that.
You're going to get a Kauai and do it under the waterfall.
Come on, Bill.
Sophie!
They came. Rosie! Oh, Vicky! They came in. Robbie!
You'll get it eventually. When did you get here, Soph?
Yesterday.
Where did you come from?
We came from New York.
You came straight from New York?
Where is your boyfriend? Dr. Gross rented a car and we came. Beautiful trip. Beautiful, beautiful.
How come you're beaming so much today?
I can't wait. I am so hyper. They're all here. Couldn't some of them stay home? It's going to cost me so much money. Oh, she's nice. She can swim. She swims like a fish. Oh, yeah, I saw her here. And did you say Pius?
You wore there for 2 days.
What do you mean? It was Jackie. She wore it twice.
All right with you guys. What are you doing? Solving all the financial problems of the world?
Making your son wealthy here, Zeke.
Yeah. Some hot tips.
Hot tips.
I didn't hear what he said. Screwing his boss. Oh, you're on tape. I forgot about that.
That's right.
Watch what I say.
Something about, I remember the old one and stuff.
You got to be very careful with our language.
Lisa, don't get blocked, Lisa.
No, I hate this.
I believe me. I won't.
I'll give it a kiss.
Where are you going?
Hi, Sharon.
Hello,
Michelle, you're stuck. Hi, John. Good to see you. She won't start. Good to see you, Dave. You're going to run up to someone who's not around. Big time. What? It's a full time. David. This is Sharon Willig. David. And or she might not know her family. Yeah, where are you? It was. This is Jackie's bar mitzvah. And this is your long-lost...
She loves to get
Hello,
boys.
Willie. I'm Alan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know that. I don't... Alan, this is my son. How you doing? Now, Geraldine?
She's not here yet. Tomorrow.
She's coming in? How did she get to come by herself? I was mixing up with a Bruce, I think. Another Bruce. That's on the other side. The other side of the family. That's right. Him you met once, right? I don't think I ever met him. I think I weigh you by 200 pounds. But I don't think that I've not met Geraldine. I've not met Alan before. Are you the famous Bruce now?
Yes.
Well, now wait a second. Okay, you are. This is the famous one. According to Lenny Gross, who went through Oklahoma City, do you hear that story? He told me the story. He stopped at a bar, at a restaurant, and he said, I have a famous cousin that works here. And he gave his name, and people never heard of me. I thought there was a bullboarder. Well, I tell you.
Where did you just meet the dad?
We were in a... Now, this is a story. Okay, that's the story I heard. Yeah. Her... You might have chance known a DJ. I figured that was your name, Westwood. Yeah. He says, my mom was a DJ in her old days, and she's about my age. She's about a hell of a old.
Where's everybody going?
Are we going to the next activity?
No, Carter. What's going on here?
Wow, we're eating kasha varnish fish. Delicious. Just like my mother made it.
No, is it good?
Delicious. Yes, you gave it me.
You don't have to say that. If it's not, you don't, you know, I'm not the boss. And I won't kick you out.
Myrna wanted to take it. Handsome? Don't give it all away.
An all-American meal?
All-American meal, huh?
A
What
little
is
piece
it?
of this, a little piece of that, a little piece of, you know, everything. I can't have up. I like both sides.
And the world traveler? Just back from Israel?
Thank you.
Look. Tell him. Tell him.
Why didn't you have something?
Name, address, and phone numbers, you know.
Oh, aren't you eating? No.
He's on a diet.
This is real.
I wish I could give a speech, Al. Good thing it's saying productive this day.
How was the soup?
The soup was mediocre. I don't want to offend anyone. The waitress is very pretty now. I don't know.
Let's go. You two guys.
I'm working a deal with them. I told
What is this? Let's make a deal?
yeah, if Joyce can earn half of the rent, we're going to have Shirley rent us the place in your complex by making tracks.
You know that. I know that, but I think it's in a position.
That's you won't have time to spend on the shots.
Try to put a deal together with these two?
I like her. That might work.
What's going on here?
Hey.
We're trying to get her down to Florida. Every year she says she's coming.
Besides, she's got on the perfume that you gave me, the Obsession.
What are you waiting for? A can of pup?
Either one of us. A cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
I did such a mark.
Will you be the dealer? You
What's going on in here?
We're having a party.
All right, who's who here?
Who's who? This Frida, our cousin from Cleveland. That's right. My father's niece. Yeah. And that's my sister.
Oh, it's Myrna we know.
You know her. And this is my father's sister, Minnie. Minnie. Your father's niece. Your father's granddaughter. Your father's niece. A niece. And this guy over here.
Oh, God.
Sleeps with this gal over here. For 50 years he slept with me. And I am the hostess with the mustard.
The hostess with the mustache.
And boy, am I going to have a party. A real bash. We're going to have a bash tonight, tomorrow night. A real bash. Tomorrow night is a bash. I have to pay back and entertain Ronnie for a bash that he gave me at my 80th birthday in Florida. That I have fun. And you know, we got Charlie Ryder. Yes. We brought Charlie. I introduced Charlie Ryder. Is he going to be here? No, I wouldn't guess. You told me that he wouldn't be. And so they would know that we have there's another family. Charlie didn't know any of these children. So great. I'm having the best time of my life. I never had so much fun since I had the measles. And believe me, such a joy to see all these kids. I don't believe it. I don't see, they all grew up. When I see Ronnie Willick's kids, I don't believe it. I think he picked somebody else's up for a change.
I'm feeling fine. I enjoy very much meeting some of these people that I have not met yet, and others that I have not seen for many, many years. Thanks very much.
Well, it's a joy to be here, and a joy to see this nice, lovely family that is mine. Okay?
I'm happy to be here and enjoy the evening. And I hope to see all the people again. I'll be happy to see them. Okay.
Hey, Sophie, it's a pleasure to be here. Believe me, with everybody. It's good to see you because you're not coming into Buffalo, I don't think, Eddie. Are you coming in? Oh? I won't have to worry about taking her shopping or out to eat.
All I can say is that I wish Sophie to have more of these wonderful get-togethers. It's really wonderful. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh, pleasure.
Thank you.
You'll get the bill next.
Okay, well, as I said before, it's certainly very hard to follow my grandmother. Sorry, I'm not sure he even wants me next to her, but I'm just kidding you, Grandpa. She didn't hear me, but my wishes are good for everyone. Many happy returns to my Aunt Sophie, who was a good assistant to me in the past. We won't mention it on the tape. No. And good wishes to my cousin Ronnie. I'd suggested, and I won't get too wordy, that my previous videotape was on my graduation from high school, and I had invited my cousin Ronnie Wexler to come down on my graduation from college. My last request is his daughter's hand in marriage after, that's okay, even if since we're fourth cousins or something. And that's all I'll put on record.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm a cousin from Buffalo, and I'm just being introduced to a lot of cousins, and I'm having a very nice time.
Auntie Soph, I'm only doing this for you because I hate this camera. But I'm really glad you invited us and we're all having a great time.
Yes, thank you. I really am having a nice time. Thank you, Aunt Sophie.
What can you say that hasn't been said?
This isn't even real TV. I'm Jason's brother. I'm having a great time. Thank you, Aunt Sophie. Yeah, I'm meeting a lot of new relatives. And here, Terry. Hello there. Such a deal. Having a great time. Thanks a lot. Oh, Little Chop River. Oh. See you later. David.
It's so great of you to invite us all here. We're having a great time. We're about to eat dinner. I'm very hungry, and maybe I'll see you this summer when I'm with my dad. Michelle.
Thank you, so I'm having a great time and I'm very hungry. I'm having a great time. Come back next year and it'll be even more fun. I'm starving to death, so I gotta go. I love you. Bye-bye.
I'm not
Go ahead,
gonna
Cheryl.
Hiya, Soph. We're having such a good time. This is table C8, and we have a little song for you, Soph. Ready, gang? Let's go. Let us call you Sophie. We're in love with you. Let us call you Sophie, and we love the Concord too. We are all together, and we're having a fine time. Let us call you Sophie. That's the end of the Wexler-Willig rhyme. Not bad for 5 minutes, Soph.
Well, Sophie, you did it. You wanted to pull off the most extraordinary family reunion in the history of the Willig-Wexler clan and Leiser clan, and you did it. This is a very special weekend for us, and from my family to you, we thank you for it. We really appreciate it. Having a great time. I just had some chopped liver, and I thought of you. Thank you.
I want to get in on this thing.
You do? Hey, you want to say something?
Get you at the other table?
Yeah, but I was waiting for the doctor, and he hadn't showed up, so I said, to hell with him. So I'm coming in. Hi, fella.
Thank you, Sophie. This is really the greatest. such a treat for us to be here with our kids and see our cousins and our family again. Just real nice. Thank you.
Aunt Sophie, you must have been cooking for months for us to eat as well. Seriously, thank you for inviting us.
Sophie, we've come a long way, but it's been worth it. Promise me a trip to Oklahoma very soon, because I love you. Thanks again.
Well, Aunt Sophie, you did it. I know you had a lot of trepidations along the way, but this is terrific. Meeting all of our cousins, and we thank you for a terrific weekend, and memories we'll never forget.
Soph, this was worth living through a transplant for. It's wonderful to be with the family. I even love the chopped liver. I love the Concord, and best of all, we love you and being together with all the family.
And Soph, when I get one thing straight, this is Dick. It's not Bruce. It's not Ronnie. Not Polly. This is Dick. Thanks a lot. We're having a great time. The kids are getting to see their cousins. They're meeting their cousins. It's great. Thanks.
Sophie, this is Sharon. And thank you. And hopefully, too, next year we can all get together as a family. How about Jerusalem? Let's try there.
All right, listen to Dick.
Sophie, I want to thank you for this beautiful, beautiful party for my 50th wedding anniversary. It was very lovely of you to do it for me. Send me the bill. And it's nice to have all my cousins. Yeah. And I thank you kindly.
What me to do?
I want to know. Speak into the microphone.
Auntie Sophie is a character. She is the original character. Auntie Sophie you can't describe sitting at the Concord before the main course. It takes a whole day. And even then you're only getting into the beginning of it. Auntie Sophie is a very lovely lady. I don't know what I would say had she not invited us to this gathering, but right now she's a very lovely lady. And she's really been a challenge to take care of through the years. What else do you want me to tell you about her, Ron?
That's great.
All right, I mean, I could start with a physical examination, you know, with her ears, her eyes, her nose, and when we get below the neck, it gets very interesting.
Look who just showed up. They got here, finally. There's Max. He just got here, too.
So nice to see you here. This is our little mitzvah party. Everybody's gathered here together. We're proud to have you by. We thought we'd put a little 42nd Street show together for you.
Good.
Sajad meal. The first thing out the door is Ronald.
We first have to crown the lady of the evening.
Thank you.
Hold this. Now, you have to remember, you must talk into this because we won't pick it up. And the next thing is, this is Sophie's bat mitzvah. So we must put the tallis on Soph for her bat mitzvah.
I got this for the Imperial.
Okay. All right. Now we start off with Baruch Atah Adon Shem Eloheinu Melech Olam. Oy vey, it's Sophie's bar mitzvah. We are gathered here today 'cause she's having it her way. Oy vey, it's Sophie's bar mitzvah. Okay. Take that. You've already had a nice song sung to you by Cantor Wexler. They did a good job.
Very good.
And before we get on with the rest of the evening, we have some other celebrations tonight, don't we? We have some other guests in the audience tonight celebrating. I think there's a couple of anniversaries here tonight. Okay, we have one for Robin Joyce celebrating a little anniversary. So we have a card here, which you'll get after I read it. A little card. It says, to Rob and Joyce's Concord celebration. Just wait till we tell of the story about you, Robert and Joyce, in your glory. You seem almost fearless. Your courage is peerless. Fairfield is your territory. To care is your emotion preferred. To talk to you is to be heard. Inspired from above, you give of your love in action, in thought, and in word. To a wonderful Mr. and Mrs. who have surely experienced the blisses of a great wedded life, of a husband and wife, what a great anniversary this is. The Wexler Family Gang. All right. Here's your lovely cards, and we also have one here to the good doctor and Mrs. Perry Gross celebrating anniversary. It says it up there, Perry and Harriet. A little card for them. Now shall be read to Dr. and Mrs. Perry Gross, of all things. About you, there's so much to tell. Where's Harriet? There she's back there. I had to get my eyes. About you guys, there's so much to tell. Perry and Harriet, we know you quite well. To create is your aim. With this, you'll win fame. In Dallas you live and you dwell. It's easy to see that you're bright, so smart, that you're quite a delight. Your intelligence shows wherever you go, your answers are always just right. Your marriage is one we'd endorse. Of happiness you found the source. True love you can boast, so this is our toast. You both picked a good one, of course. And there's your card, signed the Sophie Lizer Family Reunion, 1987. And first annual, exactly. And a quick card for Sophila, a little poem, and Sophie's Family Reunion, 1987. Get ready to hear a great tale. For now, Aunt Sophie, it's you that we hail. You're the colorful kind, a very rare find. In Dallas, Texas, we look for your trail. A toast to the way you've compiled your talk and your walk and your smile. As champagne in a glass, you bubble with class and sparkle with elegant style. So let's raise the roof now and holler, whoop it up like a square dancer's collar, be joyous and light. To celebrate right, celebrations should never be smaller. Sign the Wexler Gang. Okay. There's your card. And now, brought in at tremendous expense from all across this great country. Exactly. I said at tremendous expense. From all across this great country, we have some very famous singers and no dancers, thank God, but very famous singers. And I think the first family singers are the Richard, Sharon, the Von Dicks, right, the Von Dicks.
Auntie Sophie, look at your pretty little smiling face. There's not another one can take your place. What a face. We're all gathered here, hoping it's a special occasion. Auntie Sophie, this is our party and we thank you from our hearts. A happy bat mitzvah to Auntie Sophie for love, and may we all come back next year.
We're right here, gang right here. All right, here we go.
You start.
We're looking over all our shoulders of fun times of years gone by. East, west, north, or south, it doesn't matter where. Just make a party and Soap will be there. Schlepping to the airport with all her luggage, she tells the porter it's her pills. 3 cheers for Auntie Sophie, and here's a trophy. But who's gonna pay the bill?
I love it.
All right. Now we have a troupe from across the border. International flavor, right. We bring on the Canadian Wexlers.
Okay, Sophie, you ready for this? Right. Okay. Happy days are here again. We are thrilled we're here with you again. Thank you so for setting a new trend. Every year we'll meet again. Thanks a million, thanks a heap. You're terrific, so don't start to weep. One thing you are not, and that is cheap. Happy days are here again.
It couldn't be better. We're going to do it again. So, ladies, when are you getting married?
We have some other speakers. We have some other entertainment from the great state of Connecticut. Willig.
Sure. No. I could hold on. I walk like I do Soap. I'm going to sit and do. We do not have the Wexler class up as theirs. However, we did go to the Wexler movies this afternoon, and thus inspired, we first... Well, first I want to say thank you for this wonderful card, this wonderful party, this wonderful occasion. Okay. Then I want to give this to Aunt Soap.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Then I will read my poetry. Here's to Aunt Soap, the queen of our troop. She gathered us all together, and we're a heck of a group. Willigs and Wexlers and Gross. We came by the dozens, uncles and aunts, nieces, nephews, and cousins, and even a grandma, or even two, young or old, not one among us could say no to you. You planned and you called, and you got a little sedate, but 'twas all worth the effort, 'cause the weekend's been great. Our bellies are full, we can't eat any more. Another mouthful and not one of us will fit through the elevator door. The shows were fun, the comedians a giggle, and even more fun was watching Ronnie's video and seeing Aunt Soap jiggle. You bounced your balloons and wiggled your fanny. At 82, you're still kicking high. It's really uncanny. Very difficult to read this. How lucky we are to be all here together. Efficient woman, you even provided fair weather. Thank you, Aunt Soap. Life has its obstacles, its mountains, its tears. How nice to be here for the good times, the laughter, the parties, the cheers. It's been a weekend with family we'll always remember. Aunt Sophie, dear, if you'll pay the bill, we'll be happy to come back in December. Whoopie-doo, ta-da. 3 cheers for Aunt Sophie's grand hurrah. All in all, it's been a blast. Aunt Sophie, dear, let's do it again with the very same cast.
We're trying to play Who Can Top This? Lovely, Joyce. It was lovely. And I've got to be seen with these glasses on. Darn it. I know. Let's line up the next chorus.
Finale.
A semi-finale. I'm going to get Ann. Where's Ann? we know that you were on stage. This is the grand finale, you can tell, huh? You're all standing up here.
Who up, sir?
Wait a second, I took these off and I shouldn't have. My darling Sophie, there's no Sophie like our Sophie.
One terrific gal. Imagine she is having her bat mitzvah.
Invited all her peers. Dearest one.
That takes a lot of thought and lots of chutzpah.
But that's our Sophie. She's really fun.
There's no Sophie like our Sophie.
And that tells it all.
So we want to tell you how we feel.
This weekend really was quite a deal.
Many, many years of house to go. And that's our love Sophie.
There's no Sophie like our Sophie. She's one terrific gal. Imagine she is having her bat mitzvah, inviting all her very dearest ones. Maybe we'll have a lot of other stuff, but that's our Sophie. She's really fun. There's no Sophie like our Sophie, and that tells it all. Happy Sophie, we will tell you how we feel. This weekend really was quite a deal. We wish you many, many years of health to go, and that's the end of our show. Dearest Michelle, who has a very special presentation to Auntie Sophie. Okay. Sophie, now all you've got to do is take the little box. The box, not the pillow. The pillow box. She's taking everything from the hotel. The pillow.
Thank you. What do I do? I'm afraid to open.
Oh, that's diamond. Don't worry.
Oh. Hey.
I wonder what it is.
I don't know what it is.
What we have? A little gold medal like they win in the Olympics. And if you will allow me to read this to you, so if I can put this down. Okay.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm going to faint.
Wait, you don't know what it says. It may say something that you don't want it to say. Like this is a bill or something. This says, this is a distinguished Auntie Award to Auntie Sophie.
Isn't that wonderful?
For giving a lifetime of love to our family.
That's for sure.
And the back side says,
That's for sure.
we love you for always and forever. Signed, the Wexler Kid.
I love you all, too.
All right.
You know that.
With all the power invested in me, and the great state of Oklahoma, New York State, and the Concord, I now pronounce you whatever I'm going to pronounce you.
Hurry up with it.
Distinguished Auntie Sophie.
Oh, this is so wonderful.
Now you get to make your grand entrance.
I gotta make a grand entrance.
Well, you can make some closing comments. Closing.
Don't make a few tears, you know. I ain't gonna cry. But this has been so wonderful. If I live to be 150, alibi, I'll never forget. And we're gonna do it again.
Next year in Israel.
Look at her in Israel. No, in the concourse. And everybody was, honestly, I don't know what else to say, but it's been so wonderful with all my friends. My dear doctor, my dear doctor's wife, my dear sister there over there. She was also She's also old. She's 50. She had 50 years marriage already. I remember when you was like this. Now you're like this. I remember when you was a 6 when we couldn't get a dress to fit you. And now look at you. But everybody, I remember when you were so big and you had thick cheeks like this. Remember? We can tell the truth. She remembers. We got proof. We got proof. There's some things you can't prove. But, and my Joycey, I had such a good Pesach by her. I had to. She wanted me to come. What did she need me for? To hack the carrots for the kugel and the fish. And we had, I had to do the syphilis. And I was crying. But I did them. We made the gefilte fish, and we made the knedlach, and I'm coming back. She didn't invite me, but I'm coming back again next year. And my cousin, my Mickey, and that guy over there. Where are you looking? I like him. I remember him when we did the flea market. I was his best saleswoman. Am I telling the truth?
Absolutely.
I gotta tell her, son. I gotta tell her truth. Otherwise, I would lie. Because it's easy to lie.
Stay in character, Sophie.
And who else? Marion, I remember her too. And Sharon, that's one that but she's always going someplace. She's always going to Europe, to Israel, to Rio. But she never asked me to go with. Anyways, I don't want to keep this going. I can't see the light already. And I got to sit down. My feet are hurting. But it's been such a wonderful time. I love you all for coming.
We love you all.
I love you all for coming. And we're going to do it again, I promise. I promise, I promise.
Louder,
We want to all wish you a happy birthday. No pictures, and many, many more. It's a pleasure. And don't forget, it's Terry's birthday today.
I know.
And Sally. So we're going to say, all right, here's the 3 birthday cakes. I want to say hi to everybody, so come on, folks. Let's mingle. My cousins. Joni, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. I gotta get you in the video here. For many, many years.
They never got a chance to come down.
This is my favorite cousin. I have to be with her.
This is, tell me now who you are, Charlie. Give me the
Well, Sophie's father and my father were brothers. How close can you get?
That's very nice. And
First
you're from
cousin.
What a nice surprise. I didn't expect to have Ronnie here. And Daniel, where is he?
Daniel is...
Okay, we'll get him later.
So... Who are you? So...
Something very important to discuss tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
At a birthday party many years ago,
Uh-huh.
it was my 5th birthday party.
I remember that.
You did something very special.
Oi, Sophie. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Hey, that's pretty good. For heaven's sake.
You still dance like that?
I don't believe it. The balloon dance.
Are you going to do it tonight?
Oh, I can't do it
Oh.
tonight.
How many years ago was that? My 5th birthday would have been what?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You actually need to receive. The balloons are here. Are you ready for the balloon dance, folks? Let's just get a big...
No, I can't.
Get a little music.
What she used to be.
Here comes the mother hen. Some chosen words from you. Got any chosen words tonight?
This is a wonderful party, and I'm so glad to be here. In fact, it's the first party I ever had in my life that I said, next year you make another one because I'm going to come down. Every time I went to Canada, he asked me to bring my balloons.
And here's her balloons. She always had a couple of balloons, but... I would like to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you, and I hope.
And when I'm your age, I am just like you, except for a guy.
I hope. I wish you a happy birthday.
Thanks.
And I'm so glad that you're here.
Well, we're not that far apart. And
No.
At least she's not camera shy, so she's got something she wants to say.
Thank you, Lisa.
She's not like us. We're not camera In the camera there. Want to dance? Oh, she already did dance. Command performance.
A command performance.
Three, one, two. There's the balloons again. How about I give it? Da 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 boom. La 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 la